Hello ladies and welcome to Scentsy with Jessica. My name is Jessica Miller and I am currently a pediatric nurse, but I have 8 years of experience in all kinds of nursing, a few years in behavioral mental health, med-surg trauma, ICU, and step down, which is like middle between ICU and regular. So I have all kinds of experience in the nursing field, and I wanted to talk to you tonight about fighting depression during this isolation, this COVID isolation that we have been dealing with. The past 2 weeks, I've had a couple people tell me that at one point they were worried about me. I seem to be getting down, and somehow, all of a sudden, I am glowing, and I seem to have turned things around. I seem to be doing really healthy right now. So I wanted to kind of share like what changes I have made to improve my outlook during this time. It has been really hard, for one, being isolated in my social life. I never really saw myself as a social person, but we really are all social people. Some of us, yes, we're introverted. That just means that we need a break from socialization, but we still need socialization. So at home, I haven't really been out. I haven't been going to church. I've really been protecting myself from getting COVID because I'm afraid that one of my patients, one of my children, are going to get it from me. And I just don't think I could live with the guilt of knowing that I gave that to them. So I've been protecting myself at home. I've kept my family isolated. At work, I have also been isolated. As much as I love my patients, I've not been going to their houses. I've been doing virtual visits, and it's just not the same. Picking up a child, doing their assessment, goofing off and playing around with them is not the same as watching a little video camera, trying to see what their skin looks like, if they have a runny nose. Can you take their temperature for me? It's not the same. So I've been missing that. Also in my office, they have given me my own office. All of the clinical supervisors have received their own offices and been isolated from the rest of the work staff, the office staff. Because if I do have a situation where I am required to go see a patient, I just can't do it virtually, they don't want me to be exposed to others in the office and then carry that into a patient's home. So now I'm working in an office by myself, and my office is actually on the opposite side of the building of most of the other offices. So I also haven't really been interacting with people much. All of those things were starting to get at me, and I was feeling depressed and definitely isolated. How I turned this around, I started spending more time with my pets. Honestly, touch produces endorphins. Even touching a pet produces endorphins. Those endorphins reduce stress, reduce loneliness, and improve your mood. I've also been getting outside a lot more. I'm outside almost every day. I take my dogs for a walk, or I go outside and exercise. I have a yoga trapeze. This is another thing I started doing. So getting outside, getting some sunshine, that produces endorphins. I started doing yoga on the trapeze outside. So not only am I outside, but I'm also getting a really good thorough stretch, and I can feel my body loosening up. The pain and stiffness that I deal with chronically is actually being reduced. I normally cannot stand for more than 15 to 20 minutes. The past 2 years I haven't been able to stand very long, but now I'm finding that I can walk. I walked for an hour today with my dogs and my son, and I don't have any pain in my feet or my hips. So the yoga has really given me hope, which produces endorphins. Endorphins are the key, and there are so many things in the world that can produce endorphins and combat the negative chemicals that make you feel bad. I've also started cooking good food. Quit eating out, quit getting fast food, and I've started cooking. My husband's been cooking, even my son has started cooking, and we are eating good food. The bad food just is like, makes me sluggish. It makes me feel like crap. I feel like I've been run over in a drive-thru when I go through a drive-thru. On Saturday, I went through a drive-thru for the first time since May, and I was sick as a dog. I was sick as a dog from eating drive-thru food. My body has had a shift and has adjusted to eating healthier foods. That has helped tremendously. I've been spending more time talking with other people. Even though I'm like socially isolated and I'm not going out and visiting people, I'm not going to church, I'm not in these large groups, I'm still having this one-on-one time with people that I actually didn't have before. So whereas I used to see people at church in a group, and the group kind of dictated what was discussed, now I'm visiting with people one-on-one, talking to them on the phone. I'm talking to my brother a lot on the phone and my sisters, and having that one-on-one relationship building up has been amazing for my mental health. I feel like I'm opening up more and people are seeing me more for who I am instead of how I react to a group and what the group has to say. So that has been really cool. So those are just some things that I have changed in my life to kind of combat depression during isolation. I'm not saying you have to go try them all. I just want you to try one thing right now. What do you think you could try right now? What could you do today? What could you do tomorrow to produce endorphins, to enhance your mood? Don't just be isolated, come home, sit on the couch, and watch TV, because that's going to make you feel even more isolated. Replace 30 minutes of TV with what? Let me know below what you are going to fit in that 30-minute time slot, and then let me know how it goes. Okay, so you took your dogs for a walk for 30 minutes, or you called somebody at church that you haven't seen. You called a friend you haven't seen in a while. How did that go? How did it make you feel? Comment below if you have any questions or you want to discuss this further. My name on Facebook is Jessica Miller, BSN, RN. And if you're interested in any of my home enhancing products or my self-care products, my website is jmillerrn.scentsy.us. See you guys later. Thank you for watching.